Então estamos de volta aqui ao pavilhão em Odivelas, onde está a decorrer o campeonato europeu de Champions League de goalball. Como sempre, tenho comigo Bradley Hope. Bradley, what can we expect of one more game, but a special game, this one?
It's a very special game for this one because we've got Moscow GT playing in their third game, and it's their second of the day, and this is where it'll get really interesting to see the physical and mental strains that they've put on their bodies over the opening game yesterday. Already a goal conceded inside the first 33 seconds, and with Invasport they've already got a victory to their name, and they'll love to try and add another 3 points, with Sporting already on 6 points in this group.
Because it's the third game of Moscow, the second of Ukraine.
And you get the impression that for this game it will be a real battle of physical and mental strain on their bodies. Can Moscow just...
But 0 points on the group don't tell the whole story, really.
They have been absolute warriors out there. They have fought every point, and it's been tough for them with only 3 players in their squad. And also huge credit has to go to the coach Svetlana Smirnova as well, who has really tried to G up her players, and that was an effort that just ricocheted off the crossbar. And that is 2 for Invasport. What a start it has been for the team from Ukraine. Just a reminder on the 3 players that are starting for Invasport. We have number 5, Rodion Zahalin, number 2, Anton Strushik, and number 3, Vitaly Hapanenko. Safe from Dimitri, he fires back, it's out of play though.
Invasport is one of the teams that could be the winner of this championship. It's one of the favourites, as I've been told.
Yeah, Invasport are right up there to challenge, and I think this is a tournament that is a little bit wide open. Sporting look good, they look really strong, of course they're the hosts, which will help, but Old Power, a lot of people, including ourselves, are predicting that they would probably sail through the group stages, maybe, and then really compete in the knockout stages. But that defeat to Brussels, that 22-12 defeat,
was a surprise.
What a surprise.
What a kid.
And that's the third.
3-0.
3-0 to Invasport, and it's...
and you start to see the tiredness and the wear on these players, even on Svetlana, which today is a little bit more, but
that's just the moment that they needed, Moscow, and it's now 3-1, and Svetlana Smirnova.
What happened? What happened? I don't know what happened, but it was something to do with lines, as far as I can tell.
Well, there we go, and in the space of a few throws, it's 3-2, and Moscow have got themselves back into it, and credit to them. And Invasport hit back. 4-2 now. Pambukin with the throw down the centre, comfortably stayed by Anton Stroshuk. Stroshuk goes for it for the corner, brilliant. 5-2 now.
But you start to see the sadness in the face of the players.
Yeah. You can almost just sort of, in the bodies, you can see the exhaustion, the effort that they put in.
It's shook up when they score a goal, but when they suffer a goal, you see that they are tired, and we can't forget that the trip, it's probably the longer trip that any of the teams made. So the tiredness of the trip, only 3 players, the third game in a few hours, all adds up to the results that we are seeing here. And I said it and I will say it again. They are real heroes to do what they are doing. The referee is saying something to the volunteers. I think that they are mopping too much.
Trying to make it too clean. High ball given against Moscow, and now it's a moment now for Invasport to extend their lead to 6-2.
You can feel the tension.
Oh, it's expertly done. And it's Vitaly Hapanenko. It's 6-2 now to the Ukraine team.
This can be resolved in the first half.
Yeah, it could be, and it's a shame really, because Moscow have really put in a lot of effort during these games and they don't deserve to be beaten inside a half. But the extensive squad that Invasport have, they have 8 players compared to the 3 of Moscow. Timeout for Moscow, and the coach Svetlana Smirnova instantly gets the water onto the court because they've got to be hydrated. They must be so mentally fatigued right now.
Yeah. But at the same time, you see that they are receiving information. They're being repositioned. They will not give up. I can tell you that. From the 2 games that you see before, they will not give up until the last goal, until the last minute. They will try. And in the other side, you have a battalion.
Rodion Zaharin with a throw. Comfortable in the end for Yuri Pambukin. Buki responds.
It's anybody seeing this in Moscow or in Russia? If you are seeing us or watching us, tell us. Come to the chats and say your words.
And Invasport are just extending their lead, just chipping away, getting closer and closer to victory. Can Moscow GT just prolong this, or can they find something from within to try and get back into this game? They will fight to the very end.
They are really calm. They know what they have, and they know the ammunition and the guns, so they are controlling it.
It's been a professional performance so far, to be said, from Invasport. Quick reply. Good block. Oh, that's just a clinical finish. 8-2 now.
We are 4 goals against.
Rodion Zahalin, the number 5. Oh, it's so close, and they keep ploughing away to Moscow. They keep trying to knock on the door, create chances. Oh, it's another expert finish. Right in the corner, it almost skimmed along the touchline. 9-2.
It was the perfect line.
Absolutely no chance for Elin Dimitri. Oh, what a reply! Long ball called, so
it wasn't a goal.
It's a penalty against Invasport, so can Moscow just close the gap a little bit?
The Ukrainian team is really good, says Ringo. Come back. He was away for a few games. We didn't see him. Where you were, Ringo?
And an instant reply from Invasport. 10-4.
And after, we're going to see the home team, Sporting, is going to play again with JC Broom.
Oh, off the crossbar and over. What a brilliant save. Managed to just get enough on that save to palm it over the crossbar.
Ringo is curious to see how the Ukrainian team will go to play against Sporting. We are also. And another goal. And we are 3 goals away.
With just under 5 minutes remaining.
This time I'm not going to bet against you. I think this will be solved before the end of the first half. Ukrainian will make some changes on the team.
So it will be Vitaly Harpanenko who comes off and is replaced by number 6, Fedor Sidorenko. It must be a real heart-wrencher when you hear that there's going to be a substitution for the opposition and knowing that you can't make a substitution to refresh the legs. Good block in the centre. Anton Strushek in the central position for Invasport. Oh, just tipped around the post, and that was nearly the moment for Moscow to just add another one. Oh, and it just sneaks through, and you can almost just see
2 goals away.
The fatigue and the mental strain on this Moscow GT team.
You know that they are sad and tired when
Body
Svetlana
language
is silent.
Yeah.
Yesterday and today morning she was really interventive and really out there, and now she's but they know it's impossible at this point, so that being said, I think that deserve a clapping in the end of the game, so because as we have been saying, there are only 3. They cannot make changes on the team. They made the longest trip. They played yesterday, they played today. Two minutes 30 and 2 goals to go.
2 goals to find. Can they do it before the end of this first half, or can Moscow just frustrate their opponents? Well, a long ball given against Invasport, so a chance for Moscow GT just to reduce the deficit here. Can they take this opportunity with Edouard Bambukin? Oh, they can! 12-5.
I think you're gonna have a second half.
I think we might do, you know. And all the credit has to go to Moscow GT.
I told you, they're gonna fight until the end.
That's another dagger into the scoreline.
Ringo is saying that he's sad for not being able to be here because, as we know, with COVID procedures, we can't have an audience. The people that are here are because they are in either way involved, or they are volunteers, or referees, or teams, or coaches, or technical crew. But Ringo, you can see everything that happens here with us. We are your eyes and ears. Somehow.
It's an absolute privilege to bring all these games to you in what's been a fantastic second day here at the Champions League.
Okay, we are being attacked again.
Quick response. Oh, just wide of the left post. That was nearly absolutely brilliant from Anton Strelchuk.
We'll have a second half because there are only 30 seconds to the end of the first half. No, really.
Well, there goes the half-time hooter, and it's been a dominant display from Invasport Ukraine. They lead by 13 goals to 5, knowing that 2 goals in the second half without reply would mean that they will win this game, and it's been a strong performance so far from Invasport.
And almost a victory to take this game to the second half. You have to say, because I just won a cookie, I think.
Of course, absolutely. Well, it's been a really impressive showing.
Do you want to ask to the director to show us the replays?
I think we should really, shouldn't we?
So I will ask. I don't know if he's going to answer, but Talish, can we see the replays? And here they are.
And there we go. In what was a dominant display from Invasport. Some really good finishes.
They have a great defense line. They almost occupy the all 9 meters. So this is the last one. What do you say? It's so obvious. The result is the same that you see on the court.
I think so. I think Invasport have been strong. They've sort of utilised in terms of they know that the weaknesses and the tiredness of this Moscow GT team, and I think Invasport have they've counteracted. They've really been strong. They've fired back at quick times. They've aimed for the corners, and overall it's been a very impressive showing from this Invasport team.
Because the environment that you feel here is of a Ukrainian team really strong, really focused, but a Russian team a little bit burnout, tired.
I think you can tell in the body language they just seem a little bit fatigued now. Whereas Invasport, of course, they've got this big squad. They've got 8 players in the squad. Then there's 2 that drop out in each squad for each match. So you've got 2 players who are being rested for an entire game. It makes a massive difference in these long tournaments and these tournaments where you play a lot of games quite quickly. I mean, Invasport are playing 3 games today, and if there's a squad of 8, it makes a massive difference. Whereas Moscow, with those 3 players, they're doing all the work, every throw, every minute, to the second. They are having to put their bodies on the line and work so hard, and it's credit to them, it really is, and their coach as well, who's
Absolute heroes.
who have been cheering them on, pushing them on all the way. But you've also got to put the credit on Invasport as well. They've been dominant, they've been professional, they've seemed calm as well. They know the game plan, they know what they want to do, and Invasport, quite rightly in my opinion, are in a really good position to win this game. It's 13-5. They need 2 more goals without any reply from Moscow, and they win the game.
I'm going to create an hashtag. Moscow GT Real Heroes.
Real heroes. Hashtag real heroes.
Hashtag Real Heroes. That being said, we have a question from Ringo. It's true. We're going to have the World Club Championship or something like that, I think in November, also here in Odivelas, probably not in this court, but in a bigger venue, and we can create also an hashtag Bring Bradley again.
Well, I'd love to come. I'd love to be here again. It's been absolutely fantastic.
It says something like our country is the stage for almost the big events of goalball at this point.
Well, of course, they've hosted it here before, Odivelas, with Lisbon. Won, the men's and women's team both won on that occasion back in 2019.
Okay.
And that is 14-5, 1 away for Invasport. They're nearly home, and they nearly have a second 3 points to add. So substitution here for Invasport. Rodion Zehalin comes off and is being replaced by Serhii Boyko. Well, there we go. They're not making life easy for Invasport, and that again, it just shows that even though you think they're down and out, and the result is going to go against you, they battle right to the very end, and it's huge praise on this Moscow team. But can Invasport finish the job off?
The Ukrainians are again 2 goals away of a technical knockout. This is the 8th game of today. There will be 12 games today. And tomorrow, another marathon of goalball here in Portugal.
Absolutely, another 12 games to come tomorrow, and of course we'll have the start of the Women's Champions League tomorrow, which will be very exciting.
And there are different techniques of throwing the ball in the women. I can tell you that because I saw already some of the games with a lot of strength and power also. Afterwards, we're going to see Sporting Club of Portugal against JC Perum, who has at this point 3 points. Sporting has 6 points. So Sporting can do the complete run with 9 points. It would be perfect because if you win the group, you have better chances of continue because you're gonna play with the lower ranking team.
Correct.
So it's an important match for both of the teams.
You know, it certainly is. And if Sporting can get to 9 points, they'll be absolutely delighted.
Oh, we already have the hashtag Bring Bradley again. You can use it on YouTube, Instagram, and all.
Well, it's been an absolute delight, and I'm very excited for the next couple of days.
You can always use the hashtag Send João home.
No, absolutely not. João can stay right here. Now, can Invasport wrap this game up? Moscow GT have put in a really good, solid performance in this second half. It's 1-1, technically, in this second half. And there is 15-6. So now, again, Invasport 1 away.
I remember to our viewers that we are delayed. That is fruit of the complex games that we have been seeing, with a lot of VAR, with a lot of ties, comebacks.
Yep.
And you can see again all of those games on YouTube. And it's done.
There we go.
16-6.
Finished, rounded up, wrapped up, whichever way you want to put it. It's a victory for Invasport Ukraine by 16 goals to 6. A clinical, professional performance. And they are now on 6 points in Group A. And they match Sporting CP at the top of the table. It's another brilliant performance from Invasport Ukraine. But we still have to give some credit to Moscow GT. They battled, they worked really hard, but in the end, it's
the result
Invasport
doesn't tell all the
who
story.
claim the victory, and they go to the top with Sporting CP playing next.
You can see it. Come back with us.